Again, everyone, welcome back to part 2 of 4 for the prediction shows tonight. We're back in Monte Carlo again for this one, myself and Mr. J's Fight Talk. We've got the European Cruiserweight Championship on the line. It's vacant currently. You got Chev C4 Clarke coming in at 10 wins, 0 losses, 7 of his 10 by way of knockout. He's fighting the Frenchman Leonardo Mosquea, who's coming in with an undefeated record himself. He's perfect, 15-0, 9 wins by knockout. It doesn't tell the entire story, in my opinion. Mosquea hasn't, fought the best of opposition, shall we say. He's the EBU silver champion, so that mandated him, I believe, to fight for this European title. But Chev Clarke struggled a little bit with the Apochi last time out. It was a decent fight. He got cracked a few times. He showed a good chin. So did Apochi himself as well, because Chev nailed him with some right hands. But, time is of the essence for Chev. I think he's 33, 34 now, Jay. He's a good amateur, stayed amateur for quite a while, I think, so he hasn't had too many fights, even at his age, in the pros. For me, if he's got any ambition at all to go on to be a world champion, which I've no doubt that he has, and Eddie Hearn has for him, he's got to go out there and deal with Leonardo Mosquea in emphatic fashion for me.
Yeah, and I'm sort of going to backtrack on not backtrack, but when I've watched back our pod the other night, I think I was a little bit aggressive and a little bit over the top with Chev, and I sort of dismissed him as being a little bit underwhelming. I'm going to stand firm on what I said in terms of I have been underwhelmed by some of his performances, and I've not necessarily seen what we're being told about him, but I understand that they must see something in him to have given him the back.
Yeah, they're high on him, aren't they?
Yeah, because Eddie
Hearn's fight wasn't like the best ever, was it, either?
No.
Yeah, cleaned him out, don't get me wrong, but
his performances have sort of flattered to deceive.
His last couple have been
a little bit, a little bit vanilla.
The Apochi fight was great, but it wasn't a great performance. He got dragged into a bit of a dogfight, didn't he?
So his opponent, is sort of untested outside of his home country, really. We don't really recognise many of the names on his record. That's not to say he's not good. This might be his breakout performance. What I want to see from Chev Clarke at the weekend is a statement performance. I want to see him go out there, don't lose any rounds, get this kid out of there, and then move on to bigger and better things. It's a European title. It holds a lot of credence within the industry. It can give you it's a route to a world title. Yeah. It's a route to a bigger fight. He's at an age now where it's put up or shut up for me.
Yeah. 100%.
Show us what we've been told about you. Show us what you're telling us you can do. I want to see a statement performance. I think he doesn't necessarily need one, but I think him and the fans deserve this now from him.
I think if you've got aspirations to be with Jaya Pataya and Zurdo Ramirez,
then you need to walk through these kind of people, don't you?
Do you know what, though? There's also something... DJ Pat, thanks for joining us again. Pat C4 didn't agree with what you said there about the last fights. Pat's got him coming out to put a statement on in 4 and 6. An interesting development, mate, from the WBC convention this week in Hamburg. I read earlier this evening that Badou Jack has been reinstated as WBC Cruiserweight champion. So the current champion, Michelin, I think his name is. I think he's having some contractual dispute or something. Well, Badou Jack was champion in recess. And now he's, I believe, from what I read, he's back to full champion.
Isn't that the belt? Didn't Akoli win the WBC Bridgerweight?
No, Cruiserweight. This is.
Sorry, I thought you said Bridger then.
No, Cruiserweight. Yeah, so Badou Jack could be the guy who gets paid a fortune to be in an undisputed fight with either Ramirez or Pataya.
I mean, for Badou Jack, it's great. Badou Jack's been past it for a long time.
Yeah,
he hangs around the WBC. He lives in Dubai or Saudi, doesn't he? So he's in time with them.
I think, yeah.
But he hasn't done anything in the past 5 years to deserve any of the recognition that he gets.
Yeah, he beat Makabu, didn't he, for the belt? But Makabu's been past it for a bit as well. But yeah, look, Chev for me, mate. I'll make my prediction on this one. I think Chev, he should be getting a knockout. Whether he does or not, I don't know. He should be stopping this guy. Based on the level that he's at compared to Mosquea. I'm going to go with a late-ish Chev Clarke knockout. I'm going to go with round 8 or 9-ish. I think Chev Clarke's going to get him out of there. I think it'll be after the second half of the fight. just similar to the Zorro fight. I'm not too sure he's a blow. He's not going to blow his opponents out of there for me, Chev. I think he's more of a, it'll crush you later on in the fight. But yeah, I'd like to see him get it done early, like Pat's saying, between 4 and 6. It would be good to see. But yeah, I think he gets it done a bit later for me, but he does get a stoppage victory, I think.
Yeah, I'm going for round 5 stoppage, but I'm going to insert a caveat. If he starts well and starts to pull away, I see him getting a round 5 stoppage. If for any reason he starts slow and he's cumbersome and laboured, I've got a horrible feeling that this fight would end in a draw. So it all depends for me how he starts. If he comes straight out of the blocks, I think he'll get him out of there fairly comfortably. If he's awkward and the guy's got a weird style and he covers up and Chev's struggling to find angles and spaces between his guard, I think we could see a bloody long, drawn-out, boring draw. I hope not. And I'm backing him for round 5.
I know what you mean. Like, it's a few of his last fight was good to watch, absolutely. But sometimes I think he can be not guilty, but maybe fighting to the level of his opposition. So I'd like to see him go and put a statement on. Hopefully, yourself and DJ Pat are bang on the money with your predictions, and I'm not. But well, let us know in the comments. We'll be there doing a watch along. We'll keep an eye on this one. European Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Chev C4 Clarke, Leonardo Mosquea. Thanks to Jay as always. Thanks for DJ Pat for the interaction. Yeah, there you go. DJ Pat saying spot on, Jay. Absolutely. Two more quick predictions to come. Gary Cully and Maxie Hughes next on this card, and then Natasha Jonas versus